Yo, yo, Tranq Clubbers, Tranq Clan, um, Tranq, um, Trankers, Tranquilizers. What's up, my people? What's up, guys? Oh, sorry, I forgot to. Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up to all my people? It's good to see you guys. Good to be on the stream, and looking forward to talking about some wrestling, man. Today was more like it. Um, whatever happened on last week's show, we moved on and we got one of the better go home dynamites for sure. Like literally, there was only one thing on the show that I would probably not do, but besides that, it was I think everything hit home. They built up the matches really well. They even added some matches that we expected would happen. Um, And yeah, I just think it was paced really well too. That's the thing also. Not just the obvious thing last week. I just felt like last week's episode was not really paced well. Um so yeah, the the AEW's demise was greatly exaggerated if you ask me. And I am super hyped for Dynasty. What's up everyone? What's up, Eighth? I'm doing good. How about you? Apollo, what's up, everyone? I can't name all of you. There's too much, but appreciate you guys being here. Adiswella. I hope I say your name right. Let me know if I'm saying it right. But what's up? Uh, yeah, man. What did you guys think? I mean, I'm looking through here. I think the general consensus is that it was a pretty strong episode, right? Yeah, I think you know what I really loved? Swerve Strickland in the main event what's it called? Segment, the closing segment where um when he did the swerve stomp on all the security and then he like almost landed on his feet and then he stood up like a superhero. That was really cool. I feel like they did a pretty good job building up the main event the past few weeks because I feel like some like it was almost like at first it was lacking a little bit of heat, but now Samoa Joe versus Swerve, I think they did the right thing to give the match some heat. Jay, there is no beef between you and I, man. Yo, but yeah, um, spamming STP in the chat. The chat is just going crazy. But yeah, the my wow, STP is really getting spammed in the chat. I didn't expect all the love. No, I actually like Shane Taylor Promotions. Actually, I was gonna talk about that, but yeah, man. Crash Budge. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite games of all time. Like top 10 all time on my all time list. Did I mention all time? All time, all time, all time. So yeah, there's nothing cooler for me than to play one of my favorite games of all time and just talk about wrestling, man. Just talk about wrestling. So John Moxley opened the show with a really good promo with opening the show as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And let me say, man, this crowd was really good. Like they were loud. It was exactly the type of crowd that AEW was known for in their early days. And and yeah, man, it was they were loud and like I said, I always have to mention this because it has no importance to me, but I think it was a decent sized crowd too. Um, so yeah, the important thing is that they were loud and they were reacting to everything. I loved how in the main event there was AEW chants. There was AEW chants during Moxley's promo. Um, and yeah, man, this was a crowd that genuinely knew the product, and it was just cool to see. Um, I remember that being one of my favorite things about when AEW came to El Paso. It felt like the people there actually watched the product. Like everybody, the crowd knew who everybody was, and because of that, the show was just that much better. All right, let me get to this. Oz and Gloria says Osprey with a bunch of Y's. I agree, man. Will Osprey is freaking insane, isn't he? Like for him to be able to go on TV and just have matches of this caliber, I think we all knew that Claudio versus Will Osprey was gonna be an incredible TV match. But dude, like, how does Will Osprey just manage to make this happen? Like week in week out. Like no wonder other promotions are salty about not having signed him. Um, to say that this guy runs from the grind is just like pure misinformation. But anyway, let's not even talk about that. Let's not even entertain that. Will Ospreay is the freaking goat, man. And this match against Claudio, dude, was sick. There were like, and the crowd, like I said, the crowd makes a huge difference, y'all. Like you guys have no idea. Like if the crowd would have been dead for this, it would have been like, yeah, I would have been like so upset, and it wouldn't have been nowhere near as good. But because the crowd was into it, um, it just felt that much bigger. So yeah, shout out to the Indianapolis crowd. But let me answer this super chat here from Pancake Does Things. Great Dynamite. Dynasty looks insane. This is literally the only place on the internet I can talk about AEW because everywhere else is drones. Also, I'm going all in where Pac wins all, even women. Well, thanks Pancake for the super chat. Appreciate it. And yeah, man, like I'm glad that this is like one of the only places where AEW fans can come here and chill. And even if we disagree on something, like it never gets too crazy, Like, um, so yeah, man, I take great pride in having playing a role in in creating a community where people can talk about what they want without freaking clickbait or anything like that. So yeah, man, thanks for the soup. Um, but yeah, man, I loved the closing angle here with Swerve Strickland and Samoa Joe, um, and then we built up nicely to Collision this Saturday too on 420, which they kept hammering home. Rob Van Dam is supposed to be there, right? They announced that a long time ago. It feels like, or is it just me? Because they didn't. I don't think they mentioned him on tonight's episode, but I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, like the episode was really good, and John Moxley opening the show, dude. In the only way that John Moxley can, right? Like with a great freaking promo that makes you want to run, like like just uh run through a wall, or that makes you want to do a backflip. like John Moxley gets me so hyped, bro. And it's crazy that he hasn't been on AEW TV since Revolution, basically. And I think him taking a break from AEW, even though it was only a month, really, I think really helped, if that's the right word. Like, cause um, Moxley's one of those guys who is practically there every single week and stuff. Um, so I think that was a well deserved break. But it's not like he was just chilling. Like he was obviously getting ready for his Japan run, his New Japan run as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Isn't that crazy? Math Tiger says, "Thanks for hosting these chats, Trank. Great episode." Not thank you guys for even being interested in this. for giving me the opportunity to do this, man. I really appreciate it. Like, words can't express it enough. Big Talent 256 says Dynasty might legitimately have one of AEW's best pay per view cards. Half the matches are guaranteed bangers, and the other half have the chance to be. Agreed, agreed, man. Thanks as well, Big Talent. Um, so you know what? It'll be hard for I think any show this year to top Revolution in my eyes, and that's only because I'm the biggest Sting mark on the planet. And that's not to say that that Dynasty won't or other pay per views won't potentially be better, but just because of the whole Osprey Takeshita, um, Danielson, Eddie Kingston. What else am I forgetting? Of course, Sting's retirement match. All of those on being on the same show, FTR versus BCC. I just think Revolution was about as perfect of an AEW show as it can be. So, but yeah, man, don't get me wrong. I'm hyped for Dynasty, and like if they somehow manage to top Revolution, it's like in about a month later. That's gonna be, that'll just prove the quality of AEW in 2024. Like I said, I'm glad that this week's episode was back to basics, basically, like good wrestling, um, good angles, good segments, except for one, which I'll talk about a little bit. I'm not even gonna rant or anything in this episode because it was a I think it was a 9 out of 10 episode. Honestly, like that's near perfect. Like I said, if it weren't for one segment, um, it wouldn't it would be a 10 out of 10. But like I said, 9 out of 10, you couldn't ask for anything more really. But um, yeah, man. So the John Moxley promo was really good. We had Adam Copeland and Willow versus Brody and Julia. Well, it was supposed to be that the mixed tag, but they ran the angle of Willow got beat up backstage, so Adam Copeland practically had to do it all alone. I don't know why they did this. Like, I'm not even saying it as a bad thing. I'm just like legitimately curious. Was it to protect Julia? I'm assuming she's probably still hurt. You know what? I'm thinking that Willow might squash Julia at the pay per view if she's still hurt, cause it feels like Julia has not been 100% for how long now? It feels like at least a month for sure, but it can be more than that now. So yeah, I feel like don't be surprised if Willow just squashes Julia, which I don't even think is a bad thing. Like, especially if you want to establish Willow as a legitimate champion, I think that would be pretty good. Pretty good decision. But dude, Adam Copeland is just having the time of his life, and you can tell that he's enjoying his time in AEW, and it's so crazy. Like, you guys more than anyone know that I did slander Adam Copeland during this last run in WWE, but it's because everything I saw of him was just not good, man, and like it just wasn't good. I saw his Hell in a Cell match with Finn Balor at last year's WrestleMania, and I was like, it's not really good. Um, but yeah, I guess the amount of different types of matches that he's allowed to have in AEW, it's really allowed him to experiment, get out of his comfort zone, and to put on some bangers, bro. Bangers. So yeah, um, at the end of this match, Julia did essentially steal the win on Willow. Willow got some offense in on Brody King, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, Mercedes Monet did the run in, and she essentially scared off Julia. And her and Adam Copeland shook hands. So I actually thought this was a good way to use Mercedes Monet while she's still not wrestling. So this is more like it. She cut a pre-tape promo, which I think is probably the best way. I didn't even mention that she came out with a chair, so I think that that also helped, like, So yeah, like I said, while she's not wrestling, I think that this was a good segment compared to I don't know, like when they had her on commentary. I don't think that I don't think it was bad that week. It's just it was a lot. I know a lot of people were complaining about it though. So yeah, that's how I felt about that. I don't know how you guys felt about that. Yo, chat is saying Ruby Soho is pregnant. Congrats to Ruby Soho, man. What? That's crazy. Wait, her and Angelo are a legitimate thing? Are is that true? I thought it was just a storyline. Are they? Because I saw Sean Ross Sapp just said that congrats to her and Angelo. They're really together, bro. I thought it was just like a TV thing. Just goes to show you how much us fans know. But yeah, huge congrats to them though. They low key put on the one of my I would call it guilty pleasure storylines of wrestling in the past few months. Like that story that they told had nowhere near had no right being nowhere near as good as it was. I had no idea they were actually together. That's actually crazy. That actually makes the whole story even better, actually, in my opinion. Like the whole Ruby Angelo, uh, Soraya story. But yeah, congrats to them, man. Happy for them. Big Talent 256 says Ruby and Angelo are just method acting. Yes, this is the Switch version of the game. But yeah, man. So was this public knowledge? Because I had no idea. It's not well. It's because I don't. I'm not like really. I'm not digging for this information. Was it public knowledge before tonight that they were a real life couple? Like I'm telling you guys, I feel like left out of the loop here. But for sure, the important part is huge congrats to them. Happy for them. Says I'm so bummed about the current state of Jay White and his usage. So much crap on the shows every week, and BCG only getting awful acclaimed segments. Oz, thanks for bringing that up because it feels like this story is finally coming to an end. This atrocious story, one of the few things in 2024 AEW that just hasn't been clicking at all for me. This Bullet Club Gold Bang Bang Gang feud with the acclaimed. It's just been atrocious if you ask me. Like I have not enjoyed any single moment of it. It should have ended, in my opinion, at Revolution. They dragged it out a whole month longer than it needed to be. The Billy Gunn Jay White match was legit one of the worst AEW matches I've ever seen. And yeah, Jay White is someone who beat Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. Like I don't even mind him being a trios champion, but to have him in the feud this horrible is just like Tony Khan needs to be held accountable. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. We're all AEW fans here, but it's okay if it's okay to for us to not like something on the show. And in this case, I really do think that Jay White has been just how do I even say yeah like misused honestly. Like he can be doing so much more, feuding with like Takeshita or something, anyone. I I have no doubt that he might be feuding with Darby once Darby comes back. In fact, that might even be the Wembley match, but we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. I can go on a whole rant about Jay White, but I'm at least glad that we're moving on from this feud cuz man has it been time already. But yeah, for sure. I was stoked to hear that they're gonna I guess they're gonna merge the trios titles from Ring of Honor and AEW, because the match is happening at Dynasty. So yeah, um, and yes, Bullet Club Gold must win this match. If if the Acclaimed win, then what are we even doing here? What are we doing here? Yo, but yeah, man. Um, so I guess I'll talk about the one part of the show I didn't like. I'm just gonna breeze through it though. I thought the Jericho segment was really cringe. I think Taz's involvement was great though. It's a shame that we haven't had Taz involved in the story in a long time, and the first time he's involved in the story in a long time, it's for this Jericho nonsense. I don't care if he's being ironic or quote unquote self aware. I don't even think he's being self aware. He's just trying to control the narrative. No pun intended. He's trying to CYN. And the fact that they had to make this a main card pay per view match, I'm just, bro. Like the past four pay per view cards have been ruined by Chris Jericho. I'm not even kidding. Maybe even longer than that. I've told you guys the story of at All Out 2021. I treated his match as the let me go buy some merch moment. But yeah, I'm over Jericho. That's probably all I'll say. That was the one like glaring issue for me on this episode. Other than that, like I enjoyed the Elite versus Daniel Garcia, Penta, and Pac. I thought it was I thought it was a really good match. And Okada, it was finally good to see Okada wrestling again on Dynamite. I know he had a match. Was it just last week? But that didn't really count. It was a squash. Um, so yeah, it was good to see him like uh, play it up and actually have like a decent um, length match. And they're doing the like basically the classic traditional all star tag before the pay per view on Collision, where it's the Bucks and Okada versus FTR and Pac on Collision. Oz and Gloria says Bullet Club Gold should be running through on the division NWO style and building two Forbidden Door versus Bullet Club War Dogs. They should be, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they, Oz? Thanks again, Oz, for the support. But yeah, man, I agree. Like, and even then, um, bro, like the acclaimed have been champions for it feels like almost a year. Well, it kind of because it kind of has been almost a year, and they did almost nothing with those belts. They for sure have been one of the worst champions in AEW history. I think because they did nothing. They practically killed the division, and I don't know if having trios belts is still even smart at this point. I saw an idea where they should just have like a trios tournament every year instead of having trios belts. Cause yeah, the trios division really did it gutted the tag team division for sure. If you ask me, tag team division was never the same after that. Oz says I moved on too quick. Still typing. Bullet Club. My bad, dude. Yeah, man. The whole JY thing. You guys already know. I've talked about it. If so I'm gonna let this feud end. If Tony Khan still doesn't use Jay White the way he should be used, I'm gonna have to make another slander video on Tony Khan, bro. I'm sorry. That's the only way he seems to listen. But yeah, in my opinion, the trios titles they really they I don't know they gutted the tag team division. Therefore, I don't really know if they're needed at this point. The Motor City Machine Guns are reportedly headed to AEW, and man, I am hyped. They were for sure. But I think it's pretty safe to say they're for sure one of my favorite tag teams of all time. I was actually watching them um, live in their prime, while others were watching. John Cena bury uh, every young wrestler on the other channel. So yeah, man, if they show up to AEW, it would feel like a full circle moment because I don't know, they're just well, obviously they had great matches with the Young Bucks in TNA, and also I don't know, I feel like them coming into AEW will really help uh like light the spark again for the tag team division. Yeah, they're still really good though. Like they're still really good. Like all these years later, like I forgot what match of theirs I saw, but I was like, dude, these guys still move like practically the same all these years later. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them in AEW. And it just feels like they should have been in AEW since day one. They felt like to me they just feel like AEW originals, even though they're not. I don't know. I don't know how that even is, but yeah, I can't even explain it. We had Mariah May versus Deanna, and Deanna actually got the win here, and um they jumped her after the match, and Thunder Rosa made the save, and smeared, was it lipstick all over Tony Storm? So yeah, man, I don't know. I hope that Tony Storm finally has a good match on pay per view for the women's title. Her match against Azumi was the best Tony Storm match since the Saraya Grand Slam match all the way back in September, dude. So I don't know. I'm going in with tempered expectations, honestly, because I had high hopes for Tony Storm versus Diana at Revolution, and that match felt like it never left first gear. It was weird for two very talented wrestlers. It felt like it never really got started, and even more so now. I just don't know. I'm going in with tempered expectations, and hopefully my expectations are blown away. I like how the chat was like, "Yep, it was lipstick." Thanks, guys. But there's a lot of people who say Thunder Rosa should beat Tony. I don't think anybody but Jamie Hayter or so no. I think there's only two options at this point who are gonna beat Tony Storm for the world title, and it's Mariah May or Jamie Hayter. Like I really don't think anybody else will beat her for that title. But at this point, like who knows, man? Like someone asked, "Where's Britt Baker?" She's still out, injured. Um, Also Jamie Hayter, still out, injured. Oh, that was horrible. No predictions. I might just live stream my predictions. I'm not gonna lie, I've been super lazy this month. When it comes to making actual video essays, I was also studying for an important certification for my school, so I finally got that out of the way. But now I'm like, I'm too lazy to make video essays. So, what do you guys think about a live stream where I do a dynasty predictions? Would that be too lazy? Let me know, y'all. But yo, I'm horrible at this. It's kind of crazy. I just realized this the other day, but Adam Cole and Britt Baker have been out for literally, well, almost the exact same amount of time. Adam Cole got injured like 2 weeks after Britt Baker took uh like had her last match. So they've both been out since September. And then the report that just came out today of Adam Cole is that he's actually nowhere near ready, which is horrible because I love Adam Cole, and I think having him on pay-per-views is would improve obviously the quality of the shows, and not just on pay-per-views but on weekly. Um, so yeah, dude, I was pretty bummed about that report. So I don't know. and it was reported that he also stopped traveling because apparently it was slowing down the healing process. So I was like, man, like like it's lame. Big Talent 256. Thanks again, man. Says don't know where they are, but I still think the grizzled young veterans would be a good fit for AEW. The tag division needs a big boost. Yeah, I agree. Where are they actually? Okay, so everybody says. So wait, is the consensus that I could stream my predictions or no? Give me a yes or no, chat. Should I just live stream my predictions because I'm lazy and I don't want to make a video essay? I'm just taking this this month easy, honestly, when it comes to video essays. So Browsing did mention that Sean Ross Sapp hinted that Britt Baker might be ready to go, but yeah, they might be waiting on Jamie Hayter, honestly. Yeah, because if Jamie goes after Tony, that would make sense, obviously, because in storyline, she's the one who put her out of action. Um, the program is there. It would be Tony and Mariah versus Britt and Jamie, right? So I guess it would make sense that they want to bring Jamie and Britt back together. Okay, so it's a resounding yes. Okay, cool. I'll probably stream. I don't know when then. My predictions. But for sure, guys, what I will make is a review, a proper video essay review of Dynasty, because I love making pay per view reviews. I think that's one of my favorite things to do. Like making that Revolution video, man. Uh, the review was probably one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. The one that's called AEW's Masterpiece Revolution 2024. Jamie Hayter has been out for 11 months now. That's crazy, right? Next month it'll be 1 year. Her last match was at Double or Nothing last year. So, yeah, almost a year, man. 11 months. Yeah, it just stinks that it feels like there's always a top person out injured in AEW, and um I do feel like All In they came pretty close to having the full roster healthy because everybody was on that show. Who missed All In though? Um, I know some Jamie Hayter obviously missed All In. Um, but like I said, I think All In was just about the closest that they came to having um everybody major on the show. Excuse me. Oz and Gloria says AEW waiting on too many perpetually injured people to move stuff forward. Omega Cole Hater Juice. I prefer the streams, but essays. Intro equals gold. Thanks, dude. Well, I think you're how do you say it? In the minority in preferring the streams, but I appreciate it though. I like doing these streams. It's very easy for me. Lone Wolf says, do the predictions after Collision Rampage. Yeah, true. All right, that's what I'll do. Danielson missed All In. Yep, and Pack. Jamie, Pack, and Danielson were probably the big ones. Um, let me see. Let me see. So yeah, that makes sense about bringing Britt and Jamie in at the same time. Orange Cassidy versus Shane Taylor. Earlier, you guys were spamming STP in the chat. Shane Taylor Promotions. I was surprised by all the love that Shane Taylor Promotions were getting. I'm not gonna lie, I think they're a good like heel group. So let me put it in perspective for you guys. Shane Taylor Promotions are a perfect heel group who can lose to the bigger stars. Um, I prefer them at like over something dumb like QTV that we were getting last year. You know, like if that makes sense. Like these guys are because I and the only reason why I bring up QTV is because well, right now Shane Taylor Promotions are like a lower mid card act, just like QTV were. Um, well, no, I feel like QTV was actually positioned higher than Shane Taylor Promotions, which is crazy, right? But um, yeah, man, like I actually really like the group. I think Anthony Ogogo being back is pretty interesting. I think he has a an interesting look, and I just think it's funny that his like the last time we saw him was with the whole Cody um America gimmick when basically when the AEW audience started turning on Cody. STP STP in the chat. Yeah, good point by Jay Reeves. Streams are more interactive, and that's I think that's the best part, honestly. But yeah, dude, I really like Anthony Ogogo's potential. It's up to AEW, of course, to help him reach it. But yeah, I think so I got sidetracked because I was praising Shane Taylor Promotions. But Orange Cassidy versus Shane. Oh no, game over. Uh, Orange Cassidy versus Shane Taylor was a pretty good match. Orange Cassidy won, of course. Um, you gotta give Shane Taylor Promotions. I mean, I know they've gotten some wins recently, but I wish they would get more wins, man. Like I think they've eased them in to TV pretty well. Like they went from being a group that the AEW audience didn't really care for to now they're kind of becoming established, and I think you can start giving them some wins, but I think that'll come eventually, of course. I think the most interesting part here was that Trent Beretta came out after the match, and he took out Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels, who were running down the ramp to try to help Orange Cassidy, who was getting jumped by STP. And then the crowd was chanting "F you, Trent." That was crazy. Like I never thought I was gonna get, or that we were ever gonna hear that chant. Like that's insane. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still wondering where the whole best friends thing is headed towards, because we still haven't really heard from Trent, have we? Unless I completely missed it, we still haven't heard from Trent. So we'll see. Lee Moriarty is for sure super underrated. Like when he first came in, I told a few of my friends who watch AEW, keep an eye on this guy. He's gonna be he's gonna be very important. But it's a shame that he hasn't been used like that really. But like I said, Shane Taylor Promotions is a great spot for him, and I like that they've been used pretty consistently. And I don't know if you guys remember, there was a report that Shane Taylor only had a contract through June. I think they should sign him. I think they should sign him to like a multi-year deal. What do you guys think? At least a 2-year deal, no? And see if it's um and see where it goes, or a 1-year deal. Cause yeah, man, I think they're doing good work. But yeah, that Trent angle was pretty crazy. Yo, there's no way, bro. Yeah, I think Shane Taylor has more than earned himself a full time contract. STP, STP. I mean, yeah, he's 38, but also wasn't like Eddie Kingston like 37 when they signed him. I mean, I know Eddie Kingston is was more. Yo, that this controller keeps messing me up. Yes, I'm blaming the controller. But yeah, dude. Um, I don't think signing him is a bad idea. As long as they use them well, they continue to use them well. Like I said, Anthony Ogogo and Lee Moriarty have and more so Lee Moriarty, of course, has a lot of potential. So I hope that they continue the STP. The watermelon level is one of the worst gaming levels of all time. The watermelon level on this game. I agree, man. Crash Budge. Yeah, like yeah, I don't even know why we're talking about his age. Like Shane Taylor can go and yeah, I think that's the most important part. But let's see. So we had that, and then we had the main event, Will Osprey and Claudio. Banger, dude, banger. And I feel like we are heading towards Moxley and Osprey. I don't know about anytime soon because Moxley is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, but for sure, like that's happening, right? Like down the road. I was also I know I've mentioned this in the streams before, guys, but I'm pretty sure that Will Ospreay is losing at Dynasty because if Swerve wins the world title at Dynasty, which I'm pretty sure he is, it'd be crazy if he doesn't. Um, I think they're gonna have Brian beat Will, and that way Brian climbs the rankings. He's gonna climb up the rankings, and then that Double or Nothing your main event is Brian and Swerve gets his win back over Brian. I know I'm just fantasy booking here, but I think that's what they're gonna do. I think a lot of people are expecting Will to win like super easily, but I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I really don't think so. Osprey and Moxley for All In. I think they're crowning Will at All In, dude. I think they're gonna crown him super fast at All In. But yeah, the main event was sick. Like what else did you expect? It was a really good go home episode, man. Like I said, the closing angle too with Joe and Swerve. I'm hyped for this pay per view. I'm super hyped, and I think they're headed for their. Again, if this type of thing matters to you, I know it doesn't determine the quality of the show, but this is gonna be the. I think the. Hold on, let me see. Fourth consecutive pay per view sellout for AEW. Yeah, fourth for sure. So yeah, man, I think they've done a great job with building Dynasty. Even with the little detour we took last week, I'm glad that I had a feeling that it would just come and go, the whole footage thing. But I'm glad that yeah, like it kind of happened and that's it. But boy, did clickbait YouTubers use it to their advantage. Big Rob is gonna be at Dynasty. That's what's up, man. Lone Wolf, appreciate the super chat. Says if Brian wins at Dynasty, I'm gonna be very happy. I wouldn't be mad. This is one of those matches where, well, depending on like what wrestlers you like, obviously, but um, To me, there's no wrong outcome here because Billy Goat is the modern best in the world. But come on, Brian is the all time goat, bro. So you literally cannot go wrong here. But yeah, that's why I think Brian's winning because whoever wins this match at Dynasty is most likely challenging for the world title at Double or Nothing, right? Um, so yeah, Lone Wolf is also gonna be at Dynasty. That's what's up, man. Yeah, yeah. The Young Bucks cutting into the video package today was actually really funny. I'm really enjoying the Young Bucks gimmick, man. But yeah, we'll see how. Because I wonder who will wrestle at Double or Nothing then. Because like I said, all signs would point to Moxley, but the only way I see that happening is if Moxley beats him because he's currently IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. There's a lot of politics in play, obviously, but I think it's a good problem to have. I I saw that a lot of the New Japan faithful were mad about John Moxley becoming world champion, and I was like, dude, like if anything, because they were mad that that an AEW guy won it, and I was like, John Moxley, if anything, has been with New Japan the moment he was able to become a free agent after leaving WWE. Like he's as much a New Japan guy as he is a AEW guy. Yeah, I don't know what Osprey's gonna be doing at Double or Nothing. It's really interesting, but you can put him in the ring with anyone, and he'll, you know, that's the thing about Osprey. As long as the person in the ring is half decent, he'll put on a banger with them. The Sandbird level Crash Budge. I actually don't hate that one too much, surprisingly. Or the pinball machine level. I don't hate that one either too much. I actually find comfort in playing that level for hours trying to beat it. Scapegoat might return on Sunday, right? Like if I'm betting on any returns or debuts, I would say debuts the Motor City Machine Guns on Sunday, and also any big returns. I think it would only be the Scapegoat Jack Perry. And I think at Double or Nothing is probably when they might have Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker return. I don't know though. We shall see. Oh yeah, the Chuckster level, dude. I hate that one. Now that one I do legit hate. Man, this I love this game despite all its flaws. It just there's just something about it, man. It's the nostalgia for sure. This was one of the first games I remember owning. Yo, have you guys seen Jack Perry's merch? It's actually pretty decent. Like, um, well, for by wrestling standards, because man, wrestling merch is pretty like bad most of the time. But Jack Perry's merch game is really good. The lately, and yep, his merch has been selling out since like the footage and all that. So at least that was a benefit. But like I said, I would rather just we all move on from here on out, unless yo, what happened? Okay, my bad, y'all. Unless Unless Jack Perry gets Justin Timberlake's Crimea River as a theme, then I would fully accept that too. Oz and Gloria says, "Why are E Jones hyping Rossi? Dude's a Vince level per." Um, yeah, I agree, man. That dude's a weirdo. But you know exactly why, Oz. They're trying to they're trying to seem like they know more than they do. Fed fans are just another kind of weird. The caged shine spray. Oh, okay. This is probably my favorite level in the game, honestly. So much nostalgia. So does Rossi work for WWE now? Not officially, right? Like, I don't think it's official, but he for sure is like a double agent. Like, there's no hiding it now. So are you guys hyped for Marigold? Who here is hyped for that? Oh, my bad. The Crimea River shirt. Tranquilo Club merch. I mean, it's brought up like often enough that you guys are making me consider it. I don't know. I just thought like I'm not. I always thought. I don't know. I always thought I wasn't on that level to be selling like merch and stuff, but because I do have some ideas if I were ever to make some. Oz. I don't know. I'm not well, I can't. I gotta give Julia Hart credit. She has improved immensely, and she put in the work, especially compared to her stable mates, except for Brody King. She definitely put in the work. So, um, but I also think that they kind of made her champion a little too early. But like at this point, it helped her establish credibility. So when Willow beats her on Sunday, I don't think it'll hurt her. All right, let's try this one. Crash Budge, thanks for chilling, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one. You're on whatever level you want to be on. That's actually really based like advice browsing. Super based. I mean, yeah, the I mean the crowd. I'm also in the I do realize I'm in the minority too when it comes to Julia Hart, because I know that the crowd popped huge when she won the title, but yeah, in a roster that features you know like Serena Deeb or like Red Velvet, or just other wrestlers who I think are yo. Dude, I think the controls. Why do they keep? In other words, yeah, I think I don't know that there were other people I would have given the TBS title to before Julia, but not like I said. I know I'm in the minority in that. Yo. All right, let's see if it works now. The Nintendo Joy-Cons, bro. There's a reason why there's lawsuits against Nintendo right now for their controls, the controllers of the Switch. All right. There's no way, bro. Hold on. My bad, yo. Alrighty. That's I will not co-sign that opinion, Lone Wolf. I will co-sign that opinion, Apollo. Yeah, I think Red Velvet is super underrated in the ring. Did you guys not watch Battle of the Belts? Her versus Athena was a great match. Julia could never have that match. But like I said, it's okay to disagree, guys. Enjoy all wrestling, guys. Nah, just kidding. Remember when the public perception for AEW was like good and for WWE was bad, so they said enjoy all wrestling. I don't hear that as often now. Now that the perception has switched up. Kind of funny, huh? Yeah, Billy Starks is for sure like just unreal potential. Like that match against Queen Aminata at a Super Card of Honor was one of my favorite WrestleMania weekend matches. Believe it or not. Oz says that Velvet's entire moveset is choreographed dancing. Um, I disagree, man. What does that even mean? Oz, don't you hate Daniel Garcia too, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do this to me, bro. Lone Wolf, you're crazy, bro. Yeah, Queen Aminata, for example, is someone who, like, another example of if she got the TV time that that someone like Julia Hart or even Sky Blue did, then she would easily should be a TBS champion. It's crazy, huh? Because the what we used to say about the women's division in AEW. I remember like in 2019, the common consensus was that there weren't enough like TV ready women's wrestlers. Like a lot of them were, like very new to TV wrestling. But in 2024, man, like even the ones who haven't wrestled on TV before, like Queen Aminata, for example, it's crazy how good they are. Like with all due respect, the 2019 AEW Women's Division was shambles. Shambles, I tell you. Oz, that's not true, bro. I remember all the I remember all the super chats you've sent in of hating Garcia's dancing. Didn't didn't you say Disco Inferno was better than Daniel Garcia? Pretty sure that was you, bro. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I would go that far too, Steven. I agree. Queen Aminata is one of the best women's wrestlers in America, which is insane, right? Because before AEW, she like never really wrestled for a major promotion, so she really like honed her craft on the independent scene. Which you see, guys, it's very very possible to get good in the independent scene. No warehouse needed. Damn, what did I do? Oz, Disco Garcia and Starks are my boys. Sign them for life. I knew it, bro. I knew it. I knew Ricky Starks was the other guy too. You're always hating on. Did you guys hear Ricky Starks defending Tony Khan earlier this week? I saw someone say that I saw someone joke around that Ricky Starks saw the NXT contract and said nope. back to uh back to being nice about AEW. Those NXT contracts must really like be super low. Says everyone overlooking Serena Deeb, who clears. No, I agree. I actually mentioned Serena Deeb, didn't I? Um, it's isn't it weird, guys? Like it really felt like they were building to Serena Deeb versus Mercedes, right? As Mercedes' first match. I feel like something happened. I feel like Serena probably was gonna be Mercedes' first opponent, but then they found out that Mercedes wasn't gonna be cleared in time, so they probably just scraped those plans and then just basically like carried on doing what they were gonna do anyway, like in the month of May, which was probably Mercedes, yeah, wrestling for the TBS title at Double or Nothing. So in other words, I feel like they just basically got rid of the first feud and then just are picking up where it would have been anyway, which would explain the really the really weird date to debut her. I'm still of the belief that they should have debuted her this month at the earliest. Cause yeah, something happened there. Jay, we both talked about it at the same time, huh? That's funny. About Ricky Starks defending Tony. But yeah, like something happened. They probably thought they were gonna have Mercedes wrestling earlier than expected, and it didn't end up being the case. Yeah, actually, Steven, that's a great point. Yuka getting the Serena D feud is actually a nice like alternative, a really good alternative, an excellent alternative. Yuka is awesome, and I hope that she's here to stay, like in the long run now, because I do know that she graduated from Tokyo Joshi. Yeah, I also do think that Mercedes will fit much better when she turns heel. That's just what she's always excelled at. Cause yeah, it's hard to cheer for a character who claims to just be a like how do you even say it? All about the money and stuff. Not that that's bad. Okada pulled it off. I mean, but I just think I just think she thrives more as a heel for sure. No doubt. Steven, true. What did Ricky say? He just said that about defend how he defends AEW and that it that he's just passionate and stuff like that. He basically said that Tony's a good person and that he's just defending his company. It was actually much nicer than how I worded it actually. Like it really sounded like he was batting for Tony like hardcore. I would have to find the official quote. I'm sorry, because yeah, the way I described it, because I'm paraphrasing, it sounded kind of like he was like whatever about it, but no, it actually sounded like he was really defending Tony. Oz and Gloria says Deeb and Seidel are the two most underrated in AEW, 100%. I actually agree with that, Oz. Now that I can co-sign. That one I can co-sign, my friend. Would my So I have a question, guys. Actually, since you guys are the actual audience for these streams, would early Sunday, so basically the day of the pay per view, would that be too late for the predictions? Because someone did suggest I should wait after Collision, and instead of doing it, because I know Rampage is happening after Collision, um, and it would just be way too late to stream at that point. So if I did it Sunday, the next day, the day of the pay per view, but early, would that be better? Would that be okay? Actually, should I say it wouldn't be too late or anything? We could just stream and then predict. Danhausen, dude, that guy is. I think Tony should just let him go. Like, I don't know why Tony doesn't just do that, bro. Like, I would do that. Like, if I saw Tony, um, Danhausen is riding so hard for someone who, the minute that Danhausen does something that Punk doesn't like, Punk would drop him like in an instant. In an instant, bro. A good amount of you said no for Sunday. What? The last time I streamed on a Sunday, guys, it did really well. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. But I mean, for sure, I'll think about it. I'll consider it because, like I said, because yeah, people are saying to just stream during Rampage. I streamed during Battle of the Belts this past Saturday, and I thought it was a little awkward. I need to figure it out more. A live pay per view reaction. I don't know about that one. Not yet, at least. Oh yeah, browsing. I agree. I was against Danhausen signing in like to begin with. Like this isn't just something that I didn't just recently turn on him. Like when everybody was celebrating him coming in, I was like nah, bro. I don't know about that one. It was the same feeling I got when they brought in Sean Spears in 2019. I was like, I don't know about that one, Tony Khan. Yeah, Oz. There was yeah, there was a lot of people that on that one Sunday stream. It was pretty cool. But I remember I was getting anxiety because I was like, there's a lot of you. I was like, I'm not used to this. But yeah, man. So I'll consider it. I'm leaning towards Sunday, y'all. So for the ones who said no, I'm very sorry. I'm very very sorry. Yeah, I saw Sean Spears taking a shot. he of all people taking a shot at AEW is just incredibly hilarious. I think all these like, bro, you're a jobber. He thinks he's hot um ish. um just cuz he's in WWE again. Bro, you're being treated as a jobber on NXT. That guy stinks, bro. I've never been a fan of his. And you guys, I and a lot of you guys defended Sean Spears. A lot of you guys did. I'll never forget that. Stop defending mid. Stop defending mid is what I have to say. Sunday streams are cursed. Are they? Why are they cursed? I had no idea. Ah, man, 8 says he'll be at work on Sunday. Man, I'm sorry about that. Says born again fed merchants true. Steven, actually his theme was the only good thing about him in AEW. That's it. So I agree. I'll give you that one. Good job to Mikey Ruckus. But yeah, he's mid. Not in my opinion, he's worse than mid. He's nothing, bro. Like he he never moved me as Ty Dillinger. His gimmick was that he couldn't count to 10. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And even more so as Sean Spears in the Pinnacle. Like I said, a lot of y'all defended him. I'll never forget. Kevin. Yup, Real Madrid beat Manchester City. To any Manchester City fans, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I don't like Manchester City, bro. Real Madrid, a la Madrid. Yo, but yeah, so one of my friends is an Arsenal fan, so like so links. I hope I said your name right. Um, I feel for you, man. You and my friend are probably super bummed about Arsenal losing. Oh, wasn't glorious. Says Manchester City fans are the U Jones of football. That's a crazy super chat, bro. But I appreciate it. Big Talent 256 says the Billy Buddy gimmick with Wardlow was Sean's peak. I didn't even like that, but I appreciate the love, man. Thank you. Yeah, I never liked the Sean Spears because I don't know, guys. Like when it comes to AEW, like I want to see like the best wrestlers. You know, Sean Spears isn't the best at anything except being a jobber probably, but he wasn't even a jobber in AEW. They were trying to treat him kind of serious, half serious, half I don't know. Oh no, there's Messi fans in the chat. No. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. It's not a big deal. But yeah, Real Madrid all the way, bro. To be honest, them eliminating Manchester City today was all that I needed. If Real Madrid lose to Bayern in the next round, I it would hurt way less than if they lost to City today. So yeah. The Mavs are the Clippers. The Mavs. Mid Madrid, bro. How can you say mid? Oz, yeah, no doubt, man. Yo, Ronaldinho is the goat. I'll give him that. Just because I don't like Barcelona, I do respect a lot of their players like Ronaldinho, Iniesta. Xavi's a crybaby though. The match he had against Dustin at Double or Nothing 2020. I don't even remember that, Kevin. That's how forgettable it was. Big Talent 256. I think Big Talent is the one Sean Spears fan in the chat, and for that, and for that, I'm sorry, man. We're all roasting. We're all roasting Sean Spears and this poor guy. Barca fans in the chat. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, Collision is looking really good this week. The night before Dynasty should be good. Should be a good show. Lawn Lears. I don't know why that's so funny, but it's super funny. Dude, Steven, that's for sure one of my top three favorite games of all time. When Rodrigo scored the two goals in the last minute against Manchester City. For sure, one of the best games I've ever seen in my life. The way I was celebrating, y'all should have seen me, bro. The way I was yelling, that was crazy. Name all awful Codyverse PPP we were subjected to. Um, his his promo ending racism was for sure really bad. Um, the gender reveal on Dynamite, like to me, that's the weirdest one, man. Like having a gender reveal on live TV. What? What? um, but I'm not gonna lie. I was defending Cody a lot at the time, so I do still hold the Codyverse near and dear to me because I was convinced it was all part of the plan. Obviously, it wasn't. Big Talent says, for what it's worth, I was more of a Ty Dillinger fan than a Sean Spears fan. LOL. He was an average sized fish in a small pond in NXT. That's fair, man. But yeah, I just I'm sorry that you've had to sit here as we all roast them, but yeah, not a fan, never been a fan, and I'm actually glad he's not in AEW anymore. Steven for sure, man. Dortmund versus Bayern in the final. I wouldn't be opposed to it, even though I'm a Real Madrid fan. If that's the final, I will be seated. I will be seated, and I will be looking forward to it, man. As long as PSG doesn't win it. PSG can't win. Oz says Barca fan since the 90s when Guardiola was playing. That's crazy. Wasn't Mourinho a player too at that time with Barca? Man, do I miss Cody? Because I saw Jay Reeves chat that said Cody should come back to AEW. I've seen a lot of posts on social media where they're seemingly turning on him. Obviously, it hasn't affected him in the arenas. They still love him, but when it comes to social media, I have seen some posts where people have started turning on him. Mourinho was assistant coach when OG Ronaldo was there. True. Bro, I'm also an Mbappe fan. Well, obviously Real Madrid's going to sign him next season, I think finally, but PSG cannot win it. Mbappe has to come to Real Madrid and win it there. Yeah, that's what I said, Lone Wolf. They're not really turning on him. Until I hear it in the arenas, it's just internet noise, honestly. Mbappe to Arsenal. That's crazy. Mbappe to Aston Villa. Yeah. Well, I think if Cody were ever to come back, and that's a huge if, obviously he wouldn't be EVP anymore. Well, at least I don't think so, right? Um, and he would have to be listening to Tony Khan a whole lot more this time around. Everybody said, well, Cody himself, they kept saying finish the story. He finished his dad's story, which was beautiful, but now it's time for him to finish his own story, bro, and win the AEW World Title. Tell Vinicius that Cody saw racism in La Liga too. Oz is on a roll, bro. Yep, I agree. Big talent. No CM Punk chance today. Arsenal are, yeah, they're. It's crazy because Arsenal was always the meme club, like growing up when I was growing up, and now they're like a legit solid team, and I still haven't gotten used to it. It's crazy. Dustin Rhodes. No doubt. Scout Danny. No doubt. Arsenal used to be a meme club, not so much anymore. But yeah, guys, getting ready to wind down. Any last questions? Any final questions? So yeah, I'm thinking about streaming on, like I said, on Sunday. Oz and Gloria says everyone keeps acting like WWE made Cody a big superstar when in reality he was making himself small in AEW with stips, feuds, and entrances with Nightmare Family clowns. Yeah, him having full control over what he wanted to do was, yeah, it was bad. They needed to reel it in really badly. I think the crowds would not have turned on him had Tony Khan like put his foot down. But ironically enough, I think Tony Khan putting his foot down is what ultimately led to him leaving. Not necessarily with Cody, but you know, just in general. The new WWE camera work. Yeah, a lot of it's really cool actually. But yeah, guys. Yeah, I did see New Japan, right? I talked about it in the last stream. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night here then. But thanks for hanging out, y'all. And we still have Collision to go, and then of course the pay per view on Sunday. So looking forward to that. Should be super hype. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys making this possible. Can't thank all of you individually, but I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. But yeah, you guys have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, good anything, depending on what side of the world you're on. And I will see you guys most likely on Sunday, y'all. Till then, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.